Hey all, welcome on into our tarot spread for the week ahead. This is for the week of June 9th, 2025. Proud of myself for recording this one early, and I do believe, I would have to count, but I do believe this is my 12th video, so yay me for that too. That takes a certain commitment to consistency. And I am coming to you, again, I'm on the road, week 2 of a 6-week road trip, so 4 weeks left. I'm in Grand Teton National Park, and I was really hoping to get outside today to record this, but the mosquitoes are insane. I'll be honest, next to my mom, who is probably watching this, shout out to my mom. Next to my mom, mosquitoes are probably my biggest fans in that they swarm on me. They love me. Mosquitoes cannot get enough of me. So it's gotten warmer out. The mosquitoes are aplenty, so I am staying inside because I do not want to have to itch like crazy and down Benadryl like it's my job for the rest of this trip. And to save us a little bit of time, a little bit of resources, I have pulled our cards for the week ahead, and I'll walk us through it. Again, I say these cards are for the week ahead, and each card I usually assign to a certain day, but to be fair, tarot can often be sort of non-linear. It's more of an energy feel, so what I say might be happening on Monday, you might be like, well, actually, I feel like that's going to be a Wednesday thing. Don't worry, it's cool. There are no hard rules. There are interpretations, there is guidance, but you always have free will, you always have a choice. It's always your decision. And your personal interpretation of how these energies are showing up in your life. And I think we've got some old friends this week, so to speak, some cards that have been coming up for us, or at least have come up for us in the past couple of weeks, and always amazes me how time and time again these cards will come up for us, even though I swear to you I have shuffled. I have done a few readings for people this week. I've done readings for myself, so I have shuffled this deck. I have used this deck, and yet these cards still come up for us week after week. So we're still working through these things. Again, I'm using the Mindscapes Tarot by John A. Rice for this reading. Being in the van, space was limited, so I was limited in the decks I could bring. So the Mindscapes Tarot is probably going to be our deck for the next couple of weeks. It's beautiful. And I'm really enjoying working with it. So our energy of the week is 4 of Stones, also known as 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Discs, 4 of Coins. This is the suit of Earth. This is the suit of work, of money, of wealth, of success, of our physical realm, of our material possessions, essentially all the things we can touch. Things we can touch, things we can feel, even our physical bodies would be under this suit. But 4 of Stones, again, I know it's come up, I'd have to review last week or the week before, maybe both, but it's really about how we're using our resources. And because it's our card of the week, this is sort of a big thing for us to evaluate this week. How are we using our resources? Are we being too selfish? You know, is there more that we could give? Or are we, instead of being selfish, are we holding on things in order to protect ourselves, in order to preserve, in order to keep ourselves comfortable and safe, often out of necessity? So that's sort of the lesson of this week is, you know, looking at how are we using those resources, and is it better to give or to keep, I guess would be a way to say it this week. And maybe look at, again, it's sort of a hard time in the world right now, isn't it? And I think sometimes the answer really is, you know, where can we give a little bit more? And I think 4 of Stones is probably calling us to do that. But again, I can go either way. And the flip side of that would be, are you giving too much? And do you need to preserve some for yourself? Don't overextend. But give where you can. There you go. There's our lesson for the week. Don't overextend, but give where you can. For Monday, the vibe here is our 5 of Stones, also Pentacles, you know, Pentacles, Coins, Discs, all the same thing, but 5 of Stones in this deck. And I know this has come up for us too, and this is all about looking for help, finding the helpers, asking for help, knowing that help is out there for us. We just have to look for it. And often when this card comes up, it's our responsibility to find the help. Also tones in this card of if there is something you're going through, whether it's a monetary situation or a health situation, again, stones governing our finances, our money, our wealth, and our body, our physical realm. If there's something that's happened to you in that realm, I think there's also a big message here of, sorry, my light went off. I didn't know it was on a timer, but apparently it is. There's a message here of asking for help, looking for help, and sometimes having to do that work yourself, but also whatever you're going through, know that you will get through it. It is going to get better, and you can make it through this. It's a struggle right now. Oh, light went off again. I think probably out of batteries is a good choice. Let me see if I can turn on a light here in the van. It's not really going to help us, is it? Anyway, we're doing our best. We're all doing our best. So next we have, oh, I really hope we can see this. Next we have our Knight of Tides. Knight of Tides is also Knight of Cups in most decks, or known as Knight of Cups in most decks. And this is kind of a card of being in love with love. The Knight is usually a true romantic. This is someone who loves all aspects of love. Our message here is to lean into that, to maybe indulge in some romantic fantasies, PG or X-rated. I don't judge either way. You do you. Maybe do some romantic daydreams, maybe daydream about a romantic vacation or something, but that's very much the energy of this card. Dreamy, in love, maybe buy somebody flowers, go on a date. But the other message here for this card, though, is to be very grounded in what is real. You don't want to get carried away in these fantasies, and you don't want to get carried away by somebody who promises those fantasies. So note that too. And that's our Knight of Cups or Knight of Tides. For Wednesday, we have the Hanged One, which I think has come up for us before, and I actually like when this card comes up. This is a card about surrender. To quote the great Doris Day, que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The choice is not ours, you see. Que sera, sera. And so that's our Hanged One energy. That is our Hanged One energy. It's really about surrender. It's really about knowing you can't control things. What's going to happen in life is going to happen in life, and we can't control it. And sometimes we just have to accept and be present. And this doesn't mean that we give up. Okay, this is not a surrendering of give up. This is more of a surrendering of acceptance. This is a surrendering of, I cannot control other people. I just have to sit here in this moment and see what my best actions are. The Hanged One also can indicate looking at things from a different point of view, maybe considering a viewpoint or a side or an opinion you haven't before. So because the traditional art shows someone very, very contentedly hanging upside down or being turned upside down. And they often look very, very blissed out and very pleasantly happy to be upside down. So looking at things from a different viewpoint, and again, whatever will be, will be. We just have to, it's not our choice. We just have to get through it. And we will get through it. I think Five of Stones, obviously, we're going to bring in that energy here, and we're going to get through this. Just have to accept that it's happening to us and lean on our friends, lean on our helpers. Three of Stones we have here, and Three of Stones, again, Three of Pentacles, Three of Discs, Three of Coins, Earth, grounded. Triangles are very solid. Triangles have stability to them, especially if it's an equilateral triangle. So three is sort of that energy. And Three of Stones lets us know there's power in community. There is power in collaboration. Whatever you are trying to build or grow, again, usually in the realms of material things or work, employment, wealth. Three of Stones tells you it's going to go a lot better if you do it with other people. So maybe relying on the support system we've got here. Maybe giving our resources a little bit to get back. But very much so, whatever you're hoping to do, whatever you're hoping to make, whatever you're hoping to bring into existence, Three of Stones tells you to find your people, find that tribe, find that group of people that you can collaborate with, work with, and take assistance from to build what it is that you're trying to build. Even if it's going to the gym and finding a really good personal trainer. I mean, that would be totally Three of Stones energy here. But yeah, find your support system. For Friday, this is a card. This is a card that a lot of people kind of freak out when it comes up, but the Death card is not a bad card. There are no bad cards. I say this, but there really are no bad cards. There are cards that can be uncomfortable to receive. And frankly, those cards can be different from all of us. I mean, a card I might love, somebody else might be like, oh no, never that card. But yeah, so it really depends. We're all different, and that's the beauty of us, that we're all different. There's a mosquito flying around my face right now. But I'm going to accept that mosquito with tolerance and compassion. So our Death card for Friday is, death is about endings, ultimately, in tarot. It rarely means actual death, just so everyone knows. Rarely means actual death. But it does mean an ending of something. It means an ending of something so that something else can begin. It's often a time of transformation or transition. It is often a time of us considering starting something new, considering moving on, considering new places, new things, transitioning, moving on, growing something new. I sort of like the imagery on this card of the cannon indicating a struggle, a battle, a war, and the wildflowers sort of growing up around it. That's our new life, our new growth. The war ended, the struggle ended, and now something new is coming. And I love the imagery here of the pathway on this card. We're walking, we're moving on, we're moving past whatever this struggle was into something new. And it's the circle of life. Quite literally, some things have to end and for new things to be reborn. And so that's our energy for Friday. Pay attention to endings, pay attention to transitions, pay attention to letting go, and see what new things pop up. Our card for Saturday is Justice, which was our card of the week last week. So our theme of truthfulness, of fairness, of knowing what matters to you, of leaning into those, getting clear on our moral values, getting clear on what is right, quote unquote, to us. And again, personally for myself, feeling energy of living your truth and not being afraid of your truth and what is true for you with this card. But that is very much our energy for Saturday. And for Sunday, we had two cards pop up, and I love these together. We have the Sun. So the Sun is really, really just about joy. It is about experiencing the bright spots of life. It is a spirit of fun and play and optimism and positivity, and really just enjoying the bright spots of life, which is a great card for Sunday anyway. But then we combine it with four branches because they both popped up. Branches would also be wands. Wands, staves, staffs, sometimes they're called. But this is the suit of fire. But four of branches is about, it's often a card of homecoming, of reconnecting or connecting with our families. Whether it's our chosen families or our actual families or just really good friends we haven't seen in a while. It's very much of sort of that homecoming, you belong here energy. The Sun sometimes can also mean children. And so perhaps this is a time, if you are a parent, to reconnect with your children, to reach out, to have that connection, maybe invite your children over for a visit, or just reconnect you with your children in whatever way you can on Sunday. But really just the overall vibe, if you are not a parent, is have fun, be positive, play, enjoy this, connect with people who mean something to you. Bonus points if it's someone you haven't seen in quite some time. Again, that homecoming sort of feel, that feeling of coming back to things that matter is very much our Sunday vibes. So yeah, we've got the Pentacles, Suit of Pentacles has made a big appearance this week. So again, looking at our resources, looking at how we're spending our resources, and should we give more? Can we give more? Or should we keep things back that we really need to? Are we giving too much? That's one where you're going to have to put on your own tarot reader hat and make that decision for yourself. But if you're in the camp of maybe you could give a little more, give a little more. If you're in the camp of maybe you should hold on a little tighter, maybe you're giving too much, make that choice. And as always, if times are rough, times are rough. Times are rough. I'm not going to lie. For a lot of us, for probably all of us, we're being affected by everything that's going on, whether it's personally or in the world. Five of Stones tells us, look for help. It is a rough time. You are going to get through this. But it's easier to fight when you have support, when you have people on your side. So find those people, even if you have to do the reaching out yourself. Tuesday, take some time to be in love with love. Maybe we can tie this in with the sun and lean into the good things, lean into love, lean into those dreams, those hopes, plan a date, maybe take some time to appreciate those feelings of love in a way that feels grounded. We're going to try to stay grounded. We're going to try not to be too delusional or, in our heads about it. And we have the Hanged One for Wednesday, which is really about accepting. Like I said, I'm going to go back to my que sera, sera. Whatever will be. Choice is not ours. No, in the greater scheme of things, we can make our choices day to day, and we have free will and agency over our own choices, but we cannot control the choices of others, and we cannot control the chaos that a lot of us are probably feeling right now. And sometimes we just have to accept that that's what it is and that we will get through it, but we for the moment, we just have to sit in it, unfortunately. And that's very much our energy for Wednesday. Probably our energy since the beginning of the year, right? For a lot of us. But yeah, it's a card of not surrender like giving up, but surrender like accepting what is. Thursday, Three of Stones. Again, find those people to collaborate with. Find those people who can help you make your dreams come true. Whether your dream is working out more consistently or whether your dream is a successful new business venture, reach out, find your team, find your people, find your community, find your collaborators, make it happen. Start setting plans in place. There's strength in numbers here for this. There is strength in numbers here with our Three of Stones. For death is a time of transition again. It is quite literally the circle of life, which I will not sing from The Lion King. But things have to end for new things to begin. And it doesn't mean that we don't grieve. It doesn't mean that we don't feel the loss. It doesn't mean that we aren't affected by the ending. We're not necessarily celebrating the ending. And it may have been a struggle, but out of this ending comes new beginnings, comes new focus, comes new journeys, comes new places to go. And the feeling of the death card is almost always a positive thing, that it might be difficult in the moment, but the journey that you're being led on is almost always a positive thing. It's new, it's fresh. Again, when something ends, something new is born, and that's very much our energy here for Friday. For Saturday, we've got Justice making a second appearance on our countdown, or our reading. And Justice again, what's true for you? What's true for you? That really is our lesson with Justice. Also, be fair to people. There's a lot of judgment in the world. There is a lot of anger. There is a lot of maybe selfishness, and Justice invites us to be fair, to be balanced, to evaluate everything on an individual basis. And again, but at the heart of it is just rooting into what is true for you, what's authentic. Where is your authenticity with this card? And Sunday, whoo, what a relief. Sunday tells us to have fun, to experience joy, to experience, what feels joyful, what feels optimistic, what feels positive, what feels hopeful, and to connect with people, experience that sort of homecoming energy. So connect with people in your life who make you feel that or who amplify that, and get together with them if you can. And again, also for the parents among us, this could be reaching out to children or spending time with children, connecting, especially if they're children who are adult or who no longer live at home. Good day for that as well. So thank you all. Sorry my light went out. Sorry we had a little bit of a hiccup. These things happen. It's live. I record these live with no editing, so hiccups happen. Thank you all for sitting through this. I hope you enjoyed this. Feedback, comments, always appreciated. Always, absolutely always appreciated. Kind, constructive feedback is always appreciated. Don't be mean. Life's too short. Don't be mean. And I do actual full readings for people. If you would like a full reading, please also feel free to reach out. Number2studio.com. You can schedule a reading with me if you would like, or, reach out via the YouTube or what have you. And I hope you have a great week. I will see you next week. It seems like my internet's holding out pretty good on the road, so I have every intention of doing a video for next week. And I will see you then. Have a great week.